Welcome. My name is Stephen Milner, and this is the Dyslexia Way of Thinking Dyslexia course. I decided to produce a simple course which is for everybody who's interested in dyslexia, with the interest of dyslexia from the point of view of the dyslexic, from my own personal experiences. This is a course which is linked quite heavily to my dyslexia ebook, which you can buy on the website. And over the next group of tutorials, I would like you to listen and just relax and evaluate what I say. But my opinion will be different to yours and everyone else's. But just to evaluate, think, and take it in and see what you can learn from the course. Now, I produced my ebook about over 10 years ago, which is sold in a number of bookstores across the UK and also on Amazon and Lulu across the world. And I started to develop my blog about 18 months ago to 2 years ago. And I always get asked, how can you help dyslexic students, dyslexic people? And I always say one very simple remark. It is important for the dyslexic to understand themselves. We should not be learning about dyslexia from books which are written by non-dyslexics. What I mean is, if you want to know what a blind man sees, you go and ask a blind man, because a blind man will tell you. And it's exactly the same philosophy we need to understand about dyslexia, i.e. we need to understand from a dyslexic point of view on how to actually help them. We can teach a dyslexic how to read and write, but is that the key to success of dyslexics? Yes and no. The true answer is we need the dyslexic to understand their way of thinking. Once they understand their way of thinking with specific skills, can we actually truly have the student or dyslexic help themselves? And this is exactly what this course is about. I will, still to decide, 20 to 30 small presentations like this one, over a few minutes of each presentation, I will look at each specific area I believe which will help. Now, the presentation will look at developing the understanding of dyslexia as a way of thinking and not as a disability. If we look at it as a disability, we will look at the negatives, and the negatives are not what we want to learn. What we want to do is to teach the dyslexic the opposite, the positives. If I was to turn around and tell you every day for 5 years or even a year that you are thick, you are dumb, you will begin to believe it. You will have problems because of it, low self-esteem. And it's exactly what dyslexics have. The issue is they have to deal with this every day in school with failure. So what I want to do is I want you, the dyslexic, to look at yourselves as a positive. What are you good at? What makes your life easier? If there's a situation in class where you prefer doing something the way you find easiest, do that. I want you to know that you're not alone. Now, I'm dyslexic. I've suffered through school. I have achieved because of it, because I understand my dyslexia. I've been to university, I have a master's, I've written a book, I've done international sales when I got into the business world. All because I understand my dyslexia. What I've got is a number of skills which I use, the positives of dyslexia, and what I try to do is to reduce my negatives. Now, I'm not the greatest in reading, and I'm definitely not the greatest in writing. So what I try to do is I try to do what I'm good at, and what I'm doing today and in my presentations is producing a small presentation, and you're listening to what my voice is, and speaking is a lot easier for me. Now, the course is for everybody. I want dyslexics to listen to the course and get the real content about dyslexia is the way of thinking and understanding from a dyslexic point of view, which is me. I'm a dyslexic, been there, done that, failed, and now achieving, because I understand dyslexia. When I didn't understand it from the point of view of being taught in a non-dyslexic environment, I was failing. Now I'm dyslexic, I'm achieving because I understand my dyslexia. Parents, I want you to understand that it's important to understand your child. It's important that you understand actually the ins and outs of dyslexia and also what your child is going through. Teachers, what I'm going to do is I want you to listen to these courses and put yourself in the point of view of a dyslexic. I want you to understand, I want you to listen, I want you to close your mind. I don't want you to sit back and say, I disagree with this because I've been taught another way. I want you to open your mind clearly and listen to the dyslexic. Not blaming you at all, you do a great job, you teachers, but it's important that dyslexics have their understanding promoted to teachers. Now, the next group of courses, if you do have any questions, you can email me at stephen@dyslexiawayofthinking.co.uk. You can also find me on my dyslexia group on Facebook. The group is called What Dyslexia, and you can email me via the website dyslexiawayofthinking.co.uk. Hope you enjoy my course, and any questions, let me know. Always happy to help.